floodwaters from the Ottawa River pouring onto properties and leaving homeowners stunned.
Got about an hour of sleep, and I have to do what I have to do. I got to keep the water on the basement, right?
A barrier of sandbags protecting homes, but over at the local campground, the damage is already done. Owner Ian Foster is heartbroken. RVs and other buildings now in the water, resulting in at least $200,000 in damage.
We probably lost 10 to 12 campers down in the back. Some people that have insurance, some people that don't. We're more worried at this point for them.
The town's mayor on the phone constantly with the MNRF and Ontario Power Generation. He's upset with what he says is a lack of communication.
So because we didn't have the resources in play and because it was such short notice, we needed the resources in place.
At this time, 10 families have been displaced. 8 homes, 8 places full of memories destroyed. Affected residents are asked to go to the town hall to get further instructions. Glenda Turcotte's basement is already flooded. If the water rises by even 2 more feet, she'll have to leave.
We're getting prepared to leave. Can't panic, you just have to go with it and go with the flow, no pun intended.
Volunteers are lending a helping hand, filling sandbags. At this time, they say it's the least they can do.
We're all thinking about you and we're all praying for you guys and we're all going to get through this together.
Chin up and let's show them what Mattawa pride and what Mattawa strength is all about.
For some in the area, it's a story of shock and loss. But for others, there's the sense of optimism that one day soon water levels will finally drop and a rebuild can take place. Eric Taschner, CTV News, Mattawa.
United, we'll never be defeated.
Chanting and armed with signs expressing their displeasure, a few dozen demonstrators flooded downtown North Bay, concerned with newly announced changes to government funding.
We're not happy with the budget. We're not happy with what's going on with all the cuts that's happening in education, in healthcare, portfolio.
They're cutting all of the things that are important to our education, and they don't really care about our future as much as they care about their money.
Meanwhile, inside, Fidelli was on the attack. With news a large number of teachers were getting redundancy notices, Fidelli says unions poisoned the environment by spreading false information and put fear in students' and teachers' minds.
Now they've taken it to a whole new level by exaggerating. We're cutting 50% of the teachers. I mean, that is just simply preposterous. Nobody should believe a word that the teachers' unions ever tell them again.
Outside, protesting students are not buying his words.
We're also losing one-on-one education that's already hard enough to get, right? We want to be able to talk to our teachers and be able to get the information we need so we can succeed.
Parents who have children with autism are fighting back tears with recent reports. HANDS, the Family Help Network, has cut 10 full-time positions due to changes to funding for autism services.
I don't know what's going to happen to One Kid's Place. I don't know what's going to happen to all the people that have helped my family.
But Fidelli is defending his budget, saying his government has done a lot for families in need.
We have added $300 million into the autism spend for next year alone. And that gives the families the flexibility now.
This rally is just one of 3 held recently. 2 were held at Fidelli's downtown office last Wednesday. The group says they have no plans of backing down. Eric Taschner, CTV News, North Bay. McNeil accuses Rhoda of not listening to his concerns over veteran support, an accusation which Rhoda denies. His frustrations with the Liberals stem from when Justin Trudeau said veterans are asking for far too much money. The amber lights would come on before the red lights flash and the stop arm comes out, warning drivers behind the bus it's about to stop. Every other province except Ontario uses this system. After 50 years of service, there is talk of expanding to more locations down the line. No plans are set in stone yet, but that can mean more slices in the mouths of hungry customers. Eric Taschner, CTV News, North Bay. Now these bees are pretty docile right now, but they sure can pack a punch. So any new beekeeper who wants to get into this busy business needs to make sure they have the right gear before they get their busy little workers. Police say it's a given for drivers to put their phones away and drive for the conditions, or else the ride home could be catastrophic. Eric Taschner, CTV News, North Bay.